Welcome to the Love Center here. My name is Greg Ledbetter, and I'm co-chair of Black and Brown Just Cannabis Policy. And actually, the original name is the Black and Brown Just Drug Policy. And one of our founders here, Misha, is going to speak with us this evening, along with James, a renowned attorney that's in our community, and our District 6, what soon to be District 6. I keep saying it just naturally, it just rolls off the tongue. James Keys is here with us tonight, and I'd like to thank you guys all for coming out. And if, without further ado, I'd like to see Misha, do you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say,
you might remember my son more than you would remember me. The young black man who was killed by the police at the Metreon, 3 blocks away from here. They shot him 48 times. He was 22, my only baby. So I got busy, and one thing leads to another. You know, when you start taking care of social and racial justice on one hand, then you got immigrant rights, and then you got cannabis rights, then you got Part 8, and you just go on and on and on and on. But the reason why we started Black and Brown Just Drug Policy Coalition, I know it's a mouthful, back, when was it, in May 08, is that, no, May 09. No, May 08, is that we found out that there's a lot of talk, and not always cheap talk, very expensive talk from people who love the sound of their own voice and the look of their own writing, coming from a middle class perspective about what's happening to brothers and sisters in the jail system, right? But like, where was the voice of the poor, of black and brown people, about the use of seeing racial disparities between black and brown people who are crowding the jails, some of them on the 3rd strike. I know a brother called Abdul Shabazz. Abdul Shabazz is 32. He is in jail for life in New York for a bag of weed in his car, because that was the 3rd strike. Okay? He's doing life. Of course he's going to be eligible in 12 years. But like most of his adult life will be gone. He will, you know, his kids grew up without him. His life is dispensable. Let's not make no mistake about it. We are cattle to some folks. We are dispensable to some folks. And we are here to make sure that we can put an end to it. Hey, sister. So, what we do, part of that is, as you know, MOOC, the Marijuana Offenses Overview Committee at City Hall, that was started in June 07, that is enforcing the lowest priority ordinance. Who in here knows what the lowest priority ordinance is?
Marijuana.
And like half of the room. Yeah, almost a little more. Okay, which means that the cops are not supposed to crack down on marijuana patients or adult users, what we used to call recreational users, under certain conditions. Of course, if you're on parole, if you're on probation, if you're a sex offender outside of the perimeters where you're supposed to be, if you are if you have a warrant on you, if you're an undocumented immigrant, it's bad news when the cops catch you with a joint. Okay? But if you're not doing any of those things, you're not sharing weed with a jury, or you didn't buy it from a jury, you can be anywhere on those streets here of San Francisco with a joint, with a pipe, with a bong if you want to, okay, and up to 1/8 of dry weed in your pocket, whether you're a patient with a card or not. That's the law. The cops are going to tell you, yeah, we know about that little recommendation from the Board of Supervisors. It is not a recommendation, it's a law, it's a legislation, yes sir.
I've had similar situations, but they gave me my medicine back after I showed them my card.
Good.
And told me you know more about it than I do, and he walked away. So that was acceptable.
Yes, what's your name, brother?
Henry.
Okay. And also, what some of you might not know, it is not against the law to have up to 25 plants at home in separate pots. Now, you cannot have them kind of germinate together and start a jungle here in your basement or in your garden. But 25 pots separately, not even for medicine. For medicine, sure. For your own enjoyment also. They cannot bust you. Of course, provided that you don't bypass PG&E and put like 2,000 watts on the stuff, because the helicopter, guess what? What's happening from the helicopter? Infrareds at night. Infrareds. That's how they find your plantation.
That's illegal
Okay?
now. That's illegal search and seizure now.
Exactly. Here you go. But that's how they find out where the growers are, not just because it's a nice building and there's a lot of in and out, and we don't see garbage cans in the front. It's really from infrareds.
They can't use it no more. It's illegal search and seizure.
That's right. Gascon, and I know that from serious sources, Chief Gascon was handpicked by the feds, okay, to come and crack down on the poor here, on immigrants, and on growers. And you know who's next. Next to growers is you, brothers and sisters. Okay, so it's really important that you know those laws about how much you can carry on you, where you can smoke 10 feet away from a public building, right? How much you can go at home, and then if they violate your rights, whether you're a patient or adult user, you come to Access, you fill out a citizen complaint form, they bring it to MOC, to us, and we go to work.